You may think leaving your dog alone with a full bowl of food, a few toys, and the TV playing dog cartoons is enough. But it's not. You could be making a huge mistake. One that could quietly ruin your dog's mental health, destroy your home, or even put their life at risk. Sounds dramatic? Maybe. But before you grab your keys and head out, there's one thing, actually several, you must never do when leaving your dog alone, especially if you love them like family. Let's start with the biggest one of all. Number 1, don't leave without structure. Most people just grab their keys and rush out, thinking nothing of it. But for a dog, that sudden disappearance can feel like the world just glitched. One day you wave goodbye, another day you sneak out, and they're left guessing what's coming next. Dogs don't do well with unpredictability, and when you leave with no pattern, it can create anxiety and confusion. To prevent this, the simplest thing you can do is create a small routine before you leave. A calm ritual, something as basic as putting on your shoes, saying a soft, "I'll be back," and giving them a gentle command, like "go to your spot," sets a clear, safe signal. It tells them, "I'm leaving, but it's okay." That small change alone can ease a lot of confusion and reduce the panic they feel as the door shuts. Number 2, don't leave them in silence. When the house goes completely quiet after you leave, it doesn't feel peaceful to your dog. It feels eerie. They're suddenly tuned in to every outside noise. The creak of the pipes, a car horn, footsteps upstairs, and that hyper-alertness triggers restlessness or barking. Dogs are naturally social. Total silence isn't comforting, it's isolating. So next time, when you're going out, leave some gentle background noise, like a talk radio station, soft instrumental music, or a calming for dogs playlist. This gives them a sense of presence. The goal isn't entertainment, it's a familiar, low-level hum that reduces the feeling of isolation. But don't rely on noise alone, because if they've got nothing to do, that's when real trouble starts. Number 3, don't leave them mentally bored. Dogs don't check email. They don't scroll TikTok. If you leave them with zero stimulation, their brain gets bored, and a bored dog will invent a job, be it chewing your shoes, dragging toilet paper around, or barking at shadows, you name it. Next time you leave, give them something that challenges their mind. Puzzle feeders, frozen peanut butter in a Kong, or snuffle mats are perfect. These things tap into natural behaviors like sniffing, licking, or solving. It's mental exercise, and it's far more tiring than you'd think. A mentally tired dog is a content dog. Now let's talk about the physical space you're leaving them in. Number 4, don't leave your home as a free-for-all. If you walk out the door and leave the whole house wide open, it's like leaving a toddler in a kitchen full of knives and candy. Dogs don't know what's safe or off limits. Anything within reach, a sock, a vitamin bottle, food scraps, cables, becomes fair game. And many of those things can seriously harm them. So before leaving, do a safety sweep. Secure the trash, clear countertops, move medications, gum, and plants like lilies or aloe out of reach. If your dog gets into stuff when you're gone, consider using a crate or gating off a section. Not as punishment, but as a calm, cozy, structured space where nothing bad happens. Now, something people do with good intentions, but at bad timing. Number 5, don't leave them overfed or overexcited. Giving your dog a huge treat or meal just before you leave might seem like a kind gesture. But here's the catch. Now they're full of energy and food, and they've got nowhere to go. For some dogs, especially large or deep-chested ones, this can even lead to dangerous issues like bloating or discomfort. Instead, stick to their usual feeding times. And if you want to give them something special when you go, make it a slow-release activity. A frozen Kong, a treat dispensing ball, something they have to work on gradually. That way, it keeps them busy without creating a sugar rush followed by silence. Number 6, don't make goodbyes and hellos a big drama. Many dog owners don't realize how much their own behavior is fueling their dog's anxiety. If you turn every goodbye into a teary farewell, full of dramatic hugs and sad talk, your dog starts believing this is a tragic event. And if you throw a welcome home party every time you walk back in, it makes your return feel like winning the lottery, which makes your absence feel like a punishment. Try to be as neutral and calm as possible. Leave quietly, come back quietly. Let them sniff and greet you, but wait a minute or two before going into full affection mode. That kind of balance teaches them that comings and goings are normal, not emotional roller coasters. But sometimes, even if you do everything right, this next thing silently hurts dogs more than anything else. Number 7, don't leave for too long without a plan. One of the harder but most important parts is managing the actual time you're gone. Even if you nail everything else, being away for 8 to 10 hours straight without a break is still too much for most dogs. It's not just about potty needs, it's about mental and physical well-being. Long periods alone can lead to depression, separation anxiety, muscle stiffness, and even health issues over time. If you know you'll be gone for that long, make a plan. Hire a dog walker, ask a neighbor, or arrange a midday visit. Even 15 minutes of movement and fresh air makes a big difference. Cameras can help you feel better, but they don't help your dog unless there's someone to physically show up. And remember, a dog being quiet while you're gone doesn't mean they're fine. It might mean they've just shut down. Number 8, don't assume they'll get used to it. Some dogs never truly get used to it unless they're helped through it. They might stop barking or whining, but that doesn't mean they're okay. Sometimes they just shut down. If you've tried everything and your dog still struggles with being alone, it's not a failure on your part. It just means they need extra support. Start with short absences and slowly build up. Desensitize them to departure cues like grabbing keys or putting on a jacket. Reward calm behavior. And if none of that works, talk to a professional trainer or behaviorist. There's no shame in needing help. This stuff is hard, and every dog is different. Leaving your dog alone can be normal, but it should never feel like abandonment. Now, before we wrap, here's something you need to know. If you have puppy, don't leave them alone for more than 3 hours. For adult dogs, 4 to 6 hours are manageable, but anything beyond 8 needs a break plan. And for senior dogs or those with health issues, do more frequent check-ins, even if they act fine. Breed plays a huge role too. Some dogs are built for solo time, like Basset Hounds or Shiba Inus. Others, like Huskies, Border Collies, or Cavapoos, thrive on constant attention. If they get anxious or act out when you're gone, it's not bad behavior, it's unmet needs. And please, don't punish your dog for what you come home to. They won't get it, and it only adds to their stress. Prevention always beats punishment. Leaving your dog alone doesn't have to feel risky, but it does take a little planning. Routine, stimulation, and knowing your dog's limits go a long way. And despite everything, if your dog still struggles with being alone, barking, pacing, destroying stuff, it might be more than boredom. It could be separation anxiety. Want to know the signs and how to actually deal with it? Watch this next video on your screen. 10 ways your dog is telling you they are anxious. Make sure to like and subscribe for more doggy insights.